My name is Gavin Evans, and this is my review of Next. And this review will have spoilers, so there's your warning. But okay, so on Rotten Tomatoes, this movie has a 28% from the critics and a 53% from the audience. So I remember watching it for the first time like a decade ago, and I had rock bottom expectations, but I did enjoy it. I was surprised by how much I liked this movie. So I just rewatched it for the first time. And no, nope. I was wrong. The critics were right. This movie sucks. So let's begin by talking about the cast. And I like Nick Cage. I really do. But he is so bad here. Like, it feels like he's sleepwalking throughout this movie, and he just seems so uninterested the entire time. Jessica Biel is an actress I really don't care for, and this movie just proves why. Like, she's awful here. She is void of any personality, she's never convincing, she's just really flat. And the romance between these two characters is embarrassing. Like, they have no chemistry whatsoever, and this movie does rely on it quite a bit. Julianne Moore is here. Nobody gives a shit about this movie, and you can tell while watching it. Every performance falls flat. Which is a shame because the premise to this movie is really cool. Well, this dude can see a couple minutes into the future, and it just makes for some really awesome scenes. There's a chase scene, there's this scene at a diner where you see him use his powers, and it's just really cool. The issue, however, is I don't think the movie leans into it nearly enough, and so much of the story is generic. Like, I don't know, like, I just feel like I've seen this movie a bunch of times already, despite the unique hook, and the villains don't have a presence whatsoever. Like, this is the very definition of generic villains. But then we get to the ending, and there's a tryst. And this tryst might be one of the worst trysts in movie history, because it turns out a good chunk of this movie didn't even happen. It was Nick Cage looking into the future. And I don't like this because it feels like a cop-out. I never like it when a movie tries to tell you that a bunch of things you just watched didn't actually happen. It's just it always takes me out of the movie. But let's look at this movie and what it's trying to do. You've got this guy, Nick Cage. He only cares about himself. He's making money for himself, and then the FBI wants him to help them. And he really doesn't want that. He ends up on the one where he falls in love with Jessica Biel, and then he eventually helps, and Jessica Biel, she gets killed, right? Do. No, he saves Liz, but he still fails. Anyways, he doesn't want that to happen, so he then does things differently, and he's more willing to help. And I get what the movie is going for. This guy starts to care for someone other than himself, but the execution just isn't there, and it's reliant on a romance that is never believable for a single second. So, despite its best intentions, it really is just another terrible tryst. And yeah, I would never watch this movie again. Cool premise, cool scenes, but the movie as a whole is just really generic with awful performances. So I'm giving Next a 3 out of 10. Anyways, have you seen Next? What did you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos soon. And Gavin out.